I believe I'm English. Can I full screen this, please? Hey, these are warnings. So, yeah, you have any of those, click off. I will, game. Alright, I need to see if I can full screen. But, anyway, welcome. This is Do Not Take This Cat Home. Looks like a pretty cool game, so. And I thought I'd take a break from all the, FNAF stuff. Just for now, Full screen, there we go. Yeah, I think that's all good. Anyway, let's just, I don't really have much information other than, again, it is very late, and my room is basically, the only light is my monitor, so let's hope this isn't too disturbing. You're not having a great day as usual. Oh, I like this. Oh, great. It's the first time having... Oh my... It's the first time in a while that you've felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Here, one sec. I'm gonna turn the, cursor... off. Real quick. Alright. That should be better. Alright, let's continue. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Right? You turn to head home when... Huh? What was that? There are only a few people out around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase in missing persons around the area recently. Well, that and the weather. But none of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box. Ah, it is a cat. Huh? I guess that should have been obvious. Yeah, bro. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. Looks like one of those cats that like one of those really old people just randomly have in their house. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Does it want to kill me? Or... Okay. Very surprising. So cute. And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion, one way or another, about cats before. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. I wouldn't say that. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. Dot dot dot. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? The cat does not answer you, obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. Oh, this is, okay, this is when it gets... So... I feel like this is the big option, right? Alright, so I'm pretty sure we can save, right? Yes. Alright, we're gonna be doing this, and there's a lot of pages, so we got a lot to do. What do we say? Take it home or do not? The game says do not take the cat home. So we're taking the cat home. Dot dot. Dot dot dot. You know what? You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? Yeah, what can really go wrong? You're all alone and well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so you bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow, but for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? Come on, think about it. Think about it, though. We're taking the cat home, and it says do not take it home, but what can it do? You know, like, it's just a cat, you know? Anyway, you stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, and then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and 1 you living alone in it. And that's kind of all you need, right? So it feels weird having another living being inside of it after so long, even if it is just a cat. I can chill with this music, okay? After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out the can of cat food and open it with the with the tab on top. Holy. You put some cat food on a saucer and you click your tongue to call the cat over to you. You know, this is the one thing about me playing these games at night, especially a game like this. It's more creepy for me, and it might get better reaction, though I'm tired enough to where it's so hard for me to talk about. Anyway, let's just keep doing it anyway. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food. And completely ignores it. Alright. Not hungry, I guess. You try and not let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat, after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread, turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed. Tomato Ow? What just... You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head into the bathroom for a Band-Aid for bandage when the cat hops up onto the counter and sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Hee hee, don't worry, I'm alright. It's just an. You watch as the cat starts to. Oh, okay. Yep, nope. Yeah, we should have left this cat in the alley. I cannot talk nor read. Oh my god. Lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. Yeah, I say we just throw this cat back outside before it does anything else. At your blood. You're so shocked by the time that you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat sits back, staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. I mean, I would be too. Okay, so that's I just clicked around a button. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? Yeah. You're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Dot dot dot. Right? I don't think it's normal. Or regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your efforts. Oh, I would. I would, definitely. You were gonna take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. I don't even think that thing's a cat. It's probably, cause like, what kind of cat just eats, especially human blood? Like that is. Anyway, the rest of the evening unfortunately goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound while you're eating your sandwich. Okay, if it's going after your wound and not the sandwich, that is, yeah, that's showing something. While you're cleaning up the kitchen, while trying to watch TV, you gently push it away every single time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched. Okay, yeah, it's getting aggressive, probably. Come on, enough already. You shove it away with a little more force, or a little more forcefully this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner and into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have many other options left than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your the shivers that just got sent down my spine are in one because of that, and two, my room is basically pitch black. But you know, let's just move on. The lights just went out. Great, just great. The rain must have knocked out the power. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. You must have forgotten to change it before leaving out earlier. The outing has been so super. I'm just moving on. That I had no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. The wall, I think. It's quiet. Too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky's pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. The cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. How is the clock on? Wait a minute. I'm trying to see what it's saying. It's saying something. I'm seeing it like a K. Kill. I see those two turning into L's every once in a while. That's turning into an I. And I also see an H. I think they're saying hell and kill. And then like, you know, like 3, 4, 12. But let's just think about it. How is this on? The power's out. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up. And going completely haywire. Yeah, and that stare is... Oh my god. The cat stares at you and completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking, it's not even breathing, but its eyes. This isn't normal. Well, obviously. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes, its eyes hold you still, even with your flashlight trained on it. Its pupils are large. Okay. The flashlight flickers. No. Okay. Yep, the cat's gonna disappear. I already know it. Yep, it's gone. It is gone. I'm telling you, whenever it turns on, it's gone. And the clock's still on, but it's not freaking out anymore. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctuated with the rapid pumping of your blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that is happening. That order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting for your next move. Yeah, the cat's hiding around a corner is just gonna, like, I don't know, bite off my leg or something like that. I'm telling you, that's probably gonna happen. But you're afraid to move. Yeah, don't move. Just wait till day, even though it's probably never gonna happen since, I think we're in the cat's world right now. Like, let's think about it. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it whispered, "Oh, nah. Okay, yeah, no." Right into your ear. Yeah, I heard that. I hated that. Okay. Right into your soul. ... It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under your haste, and you fall onto the ground. Did he? Okay, do you think they bit off our leg? Do you think I was right? A sharp plane explodes in the center of your foot. Okay, no, I don't think he bit. But what? First, you think you've broken your ankle. But something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pooling underneath it. Oh my. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor as it has been kicked. One sec. Maybe that'll stop the freaking creaking sound. I have my chair going crazy right now. Oh, that's what happened. Oh my god. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see that the object glinting in a strange light coming from outside. The light pouring from your now open front door. Yep, nope, okay. Thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards to your inexplicity, open door screech to a halt. As your brain finally identifies a metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife. And still tinted red from earlier blunder, but that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you left it. No, the freaking cat, bro. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife as if skipping into light. Yeah, I definitely placed that knife there. You already know it. Okay. It bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Ah. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breath discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness of your tongue spreading to your throat. It's just clean. The the sight of the stray you've taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood. Yeah, that thing's gonna kill me, I already know it. Golden eyes light up to you as in a response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves. Shoulders twitch as if it's just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you. Everything except your blood. You can barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in the wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. When you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Oh my god. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running, because that's the cat. If that's the cat right there ahead of you, then What in the world is behind you? Just gonna save that, and let's just say we keep running. Dot dot dot. Huh? Interesting. Interesting. Ending 0, it begins. That's where it ends? Really? Okay, wait, we can see the endings. 1 out of 40. 40! This is gonna take so long. Alright, let's load this. Let's look behind us. Dot dot dot. Huh? Interesting. And how very, very interesting. Wait, did I pick look behind me last time? I think I did. Keep running. Oh no, it does not matter. Whichever one you pick, it just goes out to that. Interesting. So, yeah, if you take the cat home, you die. You die. So, let's just load in. Let's, do not take the cat home. With a sigh, you take you take a step back. As cute the cat is, you really can't afford to be taking a pet on a whim. Rent's coming up soon, and your job doesn't exactly leave you rolling in dough. You give the cat a sad nod. Sorry. Good luck out here, okay? You turn around and leave the cat in the alley behind. Rain's picking up. Time to head home. Not a fool. What other... Here, let's just hit continue, see what happens. You're walking. Right, of course. Okay, wait, this is just the beginning. And you're actually glad that you did. Huh? The weather is absolutely perfect. This is different. The weather is absolutely perfect today. It's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go and what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Huh? What was that? Curiously guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Finally, the sound source comes into view, and the warm, almost ethereal. You know, these words are not that hard to say, but like I'm just too tired. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Guess that should have been obvious. An interesting looking cat. We've already seen that. You look so familiar, right? Then again, it is just a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look, after all. This one sure is a cutie, though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. You know, I'm feeling... Okay, wait, let's save. Look, you could see between the mood of this and between the mood of this. This looks way happier. I think I'm gonna have a better chance taking the cat home. Ooh. Well, why not? Right? Oh, it looks happy. Come on. Yeah, look, it is happy. You barely reach out your arm before the cat eagerly leaps into them and climbs onto your shoulders. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. Ha ha. You can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get out of here, yeah? On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food. But that would be a waste of time. Okay, why so dark? You shrug at the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and 1 you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being, even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for it to walk away and explore the new environment. What is this breathing sound? Do you hear that? Alright, so the music is back in, but there's breathing. But it simply sits and looks up at you expectantly. What? It's waiting for me to do something. Huh. Well, I guess we're saving this. Let's do something with the cat. Like what? Alright, we got a lot here. Okay. Let's pet it. Just go all the way down. It's not every day you have access to a cute, fluffy animal. What else is there to do but pet it to your heart's content? You sit on the floor in your living room and click your tongue to call the cat over. The cat dashes over to you, immediately climbing onto your lap. Poor thing. You just want some attention, don't you? It's alright. It's alright. You carefully pet the cat. Alright. A rub behind the ear. A scratch under the chin. A smooth sweep along the back. Good. You keep petting the cat in your lap, enjoying this bonding time together. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. You know what we're gonna do. Let's keep petting. You're not quite ready to stop. You feel so calm, the repetitive action soothing your usually overworking mind. You keep petting. The cat leans away from your next head pat. It's trying to get out of your lap. Keep petting. Okay, when you scratch under the chin, it bites at your fingers. You might be bleeding, but it barely hurts. More of a warning than anything. The cat struggles in your hold. It's watching you closely. No, let's keep petting. You keep petting the cat. Oh my, okay. Chomp. What the? Did it just bite my finger out? I barely saw that. The cat bites off your finger. Yep. Nope, I was right. Yeah, okay, like, I'm just trying to show you attention. It hurts. You're definitely bleeding now. Yeah, definitely. But, for some reason, you just can't stop. You don't know what it is. Its fur is so much softer than you realized. You would think that it would be shining in the faint light of your living room, but as if the darkness of the cat's black coat is sucking in all the illumination around it, rendering it completely null. You're drawn to it, like you're somehow holding a deep, dark abyss right into your lap. It seems calmer now, munching on your severed finger. The stump between your thumb and middle finger is leaking. But you keep petting. You fret that your blood will ruin its fur, but the cat no longer seems to mind. Time passes. It's dark out now. Soft as the fur is, your palm has started to feel raw and damp under the constant friction from your petting. You think faintly that maybe you've done enough. You start to lift your hand from the cat when a flash. Oh. Okay, jeez. Your entire hand is separated from your wrist. It flops under your lap beside the cat. The cat's claws on its right front paw glisten with crimson liquid. You don't feel it for a moment, but your body tenses, anticipating the pain as you blankly watch the cat lick at the bloody palm of your severed hand. It hurts. It really, really hurts. Then the cat looks up at you, and you feel compelled to keep petting. You're reluctant, but you're also afraid of what will happen if you don't heed the call. What will you lose next if you try and resist again? You were hurt from your insistent petting earlier. Yet now you've been hurt for trying to stop. It defies all logic, but that's what scares you. There's no reasoning with such fickle whims. You feebly try and raise your uninjured hand to pet the cat, but it stiffens, golden eyes glintly dangerously. Well? Alright then. You raise your bleeding stump and resume your petting to the best of your ability. You pet. Yep, and you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. You pet and you ending 7 personal boundaries. Yeah, I died, probably. Alright, let's load. Let's just say it, let's do something else. Alright, we get back here. Let's feed cat. The cat looks hungry, so you decide to feed it. You're regretting not stopping for food earlier as you don't have much left. Grocery shopping day is tomorrow, after all. You head to the kitchen and click your tongue, ensuring that the cat follows after you. It leaps nimbly on the... Yeah, I said that right. On the kitchen counter and watches as you search for meal options. Let's see. You find some things you'd expect. A can of tuna in the pantry, some leftover meatloaf in the fridge, and what is that? Huh? What's that? You realize there's a tightly sealed Tupperware on the bottom shelf of the fridge. You don't recognize it. A foul odor is leaking from the container. Whatever inside can't be safe for human consumption. But the cat seems excited about it, practically salivating over it. Still, you're the caretaker here. You're the one who needs to decide what's the best to feed a hungry cat. So you'll feed it. Okay. Can I, like, change it to this slot? Yeah. There we go. Tuna. Cats like fish, right? Shrugging, you take out the tuna for the cat and the meatloaf for yourself. You put the frankly ominous container back in the fridge. The cat looks a little disappointed. Tough. You'll need to dispose of that weird whatever it is later. Opening the tuna and the spoon onto the small saucer, you put the saucer on the kitchen counter next to the cat. You don't think you should be encouraging it to eat up there, but you'll figure it'll make for electing not to feed it the toxic goop it wanted. The cat looks like it finds the tuna acceptable. You'll take it. Eat up, kitty. As the cat digs into its meal, you go about heating up the meatloaf in the microwave. While setting the time, you hear... Oh. Turn and see that the plate is completely empty. Whoa, that was quick. You need to pace yourself. What the? You watch, baffled, as the cat continues to hiccup, causing little bubbles to flow out of its mouth. Huh. Okay. That's okay. You can process this. It's not completely out of the realm of what's possible, right? Right? Best not to think too hard about it. Soon enough, the room is full of the floating bubbles. The cat releases a final tiny bubble before yawning and laying down right there on the counter. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. The bubbles haven't left the room or popped. They seem to be pretty resilient. Wait, what? What's that? As one of the bubbles floats closer to you, you see that there's actually something inside it. That looks like a fish. Yeah, you can see that looks like a fish, and it has a red eye. A tiny, furry fish. This is just getting weirder and weirder. Still, you can't help but marvel at the impossible wonder in front of you. You lift a hand. You extend a finger towards a bubble. Carefully press against the surface. Yep, that was a... Alright. The little fish inside lashes out, viciously sinking its tiny fangs into your finger. Doesn't really hurt that much, but at first, then... Ah! Ow! What? Pain starts to climb from your finger onto the rest, climb from your finger to the rest of your hand. Past your wrist. Could it be some kind of venom? You fling your arm around as an attempt to dislodge the fish, but... Oh no. Oh no. Gah! You accidentally knock your arm into several of the bubbles floating around. More tiny, revengeous fish latch onto your flesh. You stumble back out of pain, sudden bout of dizziness, only to bump into more bubbles. More fish digging their teeth into your back. It hurts. You're getting dizzy. You've gotta get out. You deliriously try and stumble your way out of the kitchen. But the entire room is filled with the deadly bubbles. By the time you collapse to the ground, you're absolutely covered in tiny, angry, biting fish. Your legs, your torso, your arms, your face. The pain is unbearable. You can feel it in your skin and your teeth and your eyes and your hair, and it's so consuming you can't even feel yourself convulsing. You can't feel pain in your hair. Anyway, or crying. You don't black out. I'll try auto, just because I'm sick of clicking. Your eyes are still rolling in your skull when you gasp out of your last breath. Ending 8. Fish out of water. Let's just reload this. Turning off auto. Let's actually do the other... No. Let's load. Yes. Meatloaf. Let's do meatloaf. You get the feeling the cat won't be too impressed with anything that comes out of a can. And you're not about to feed it whatever the heck that toxic looking sludge is. So it's settled. A tuna sandwich for you and a leftover meatloaf for your feline guest. You ignore the cat's disappointment meows as you put the weird container back in the fridge to dispose of it later. You warm up the meatloaf in the microwave. You place now warm meatloaf on the saucer next to the cat on the counter. You don't think you should be encouraging it to eat up there, but you figure it'll make up for electing not to feed it the toxic goop it wanted. Cat looks like it finds the meatloaf interesting. Works for you. Eat up, kitty. As the cat digs into its meal, you go about searching for some bread for your tuna sandwich. You're so distracted by your search that you only just barely hear. You turn around and see that the meatloaf has only one, maybe two bites taken out of it. But more alarmingly, there seems to be a red trail of something leading away from where the cat has been sitting. And off the edge of the counter towards the living room is that blood? You jump at the same sounds coming from around the corner, further into your apartment. You attempt to steel your nerves. Taking a breath, you walk around the counter and head into the living room. Oh, splat. You stepped in something warm and wet and red. Resist the urge to vomit and step away from the trail of... You follow the trail into the living room and see that it leads into the hall. Oh my god. It's getting louder. It's definitely in the hall. You feel like you can hear your heartbeat. You hope whenever or whatever is in the hall can't. Your body shakes as you feel yourself step forward. And forward. And forward. And forward. You peek around the corner. Nothing. Okay. There's nothing there. What? You look further into the hall and see that the trail leads way down to the end of it. But there's nothing there. You don't quite feel relief. But at least... Okay. Plop. You feel something wet and warm drip onto your cheek. Something very warm. You swipe your shaking hand across it and pull back to see your fingers covered in something. Oh. What the... Did the cat turn into a demon? You look up and see what can only be described as meat. Oh my god. The entire ceiling of the hallway is covered in a thick, undulating, writhing layer of pulsing meat. That is... no. Ugh. At its center is a single glowing eyeball frantically rolling around in every direction until it lands squarely on you. And you can see it's like pulsing faster now. You try and take a step back, desperate to escape the hallway, to escape this thing. But, oh yeah, no, we're dead. Before you can even scream, meaty tendrils will shoot out and grab you. No, let me go. They pull you up and up into a pair of slowly opening jaws. And then chomp. Ending 9 leftovers. So you're telling me that the 2 bites from that meatloaf turned the cat into a meat demon? One left mystery food. Let's see. Dot dot dot. Is this really a good idea? Well, if we want to survive, it might be a good idea. Ugh, fine. I guess if this is what you want, you open the container and... ooh. You can just barely manage to keep from throwing up. But just barely. The stench is overwhelming. Cough. Yeah, give me a minute. You hazard and look at its contents of the container, but... what is... you honestly can't understand what you're supposed to be looking at. Everything is just mashed together. What exactly everything consists of is a mystery you're more than happy to keep unsolved. Different shapes, different sizes, different textures. Not the color, though. All of it's the same color. The most unfortunate looking shade of gray you've ever seen. Tinted with a nauseating wet green of film over the top. Herc. Am I supposed to warm it up, or you don't really know how to serve it? Any utensil or plate that touches it is getting thrown out immediately. No exceptions. Your hands are going to be scrubbed with soap and hot water within an inch of their lives after this. You decide against putting this crap in your microwave. You doubt it would taste or smell any better warm. Not wanting to hold it anymore, you shake your head and practically toss the container next to the cat on the counter. The cat enthusiastically dives for the toxically love, sniffing as if savoring the scent. You turn to the fridge and close it. You've lost your appetite. You're about to head to the bathroom to wash your hands for the next hour or so, and... oh. Huh? Ow. A sharp pain under your foot causes you to stumble. You catch yourself on the kitchen sink and look down to see that your sock is... red. And the red is still slowly spreading to the rest of your sock. Are you bleeding? You quickly reach down and pull off your sock to see the damage. Oh. Your middle toe is gone. It's just gone. Just a stump is left in its place, steadily leaking blood onto the floor. Ah, ah. You clumsily step back as if it were to help you get away from what you were seeing. The blood trail simply follows your movements. 911. You have to call 911. Phone. Where's the... Oh no. Cough, cough, cough. Gurgle. What's... What's your tongue is... What? What's happening to me? Lunch. Okay. You slowly look over to find the cat still eating. Oh, that is... Oh, that's nasty. Completely unbothered by your suffering. Not bothering to try and stop the blood from dribbling out of your mouth. You keep watching in daze as cat happily chews at a gross piece of... Here, I'm turning it back on. Wait. That's... Look more closely at the mystery food in the cat's jaws. It looks vaguely familiar. It looks like a tongue? Ah. Ugh. Before you can even think to do anything, stop it, the cat dives onto the counter, or into the container again. And bites into it. Ah. Gah. You collapse onto the floor, clutching your torso. You writhe around the blood streaks tiles. Around the blood streaked tiles, crying. Something inside you just... Look. Wait, I have a theory, a game theory. That container is filled with my body parts, I'd say. My organs, all body parts. And whatever the cat eats is basically me, you know? That's what I'm thinking. Blood pours from deep within you. Whatever that was felt important. And now it's probably gone too. It hurts. It hurts so much. So, please. You weakly try and reach up to the cat on the counter above you. Your vision blurs from the effort, from the pain, from your tears, from... Ugh. Your eyes. Your eyes. You fall limply back onto the floor. You're leaking blood all over. From all over. Your foot, your mouth, your insides, your eye sockets. You can feel your life fading away too. That's fine. If it means not feeling the pain or losing another part of you, then... Hopefully the cat will take his time eating your eyeballs. And give you time to just... Ending 10, you are what you eat. Yeah, the cat ate us, okay. I mean, I'm not too surprised, to be quite honest. Alright, let's load up this. Let's play with cat. Poor thing was probably bored stiff in that old box all day. Just watching crowds of people walking by them. Ignoring them. You can't just leave them alone as soon as you're home. A little interspiced I'm trying to like little interspecies socializing won't kill you, right? You just want some attention, don't you? You want to play, huh? Okay then. What to play though? Save. Um, yeah, that sounds like a bad idea. Probably why it's last. Let's look for some yarn. If every movie and cartoon involving cats that you've watched in childhood to be believed, then you can deduce with almost absolute certainty that cats freaking love yarn. Probably. You unearth some from an old box in the hallway closet that's filled with knickknacks from various abandoned hobbies. You consider just handing the ball of bright red yarn over to the cat and supervising from the side. But that would defeat the idea of playing together, wouldn't it? You cut off a decent length of string from the ball of yarn and go back to the living room. The cat is resting on the floor. It's not asleep, but when it looks up as you enter the living room, you feel as it could just doze off right then and there. You'll fix that. You smirk a little, confident with your surprise, and let the piece of yarn dangle from just above the floor, pinched between your thumb and index finger. Well, seems interested. A sudden shift in the cat's demeanor makes your heart start to beat a little faster. Its posture has barely changed at all. Just a subtle... Yeah, I need sleep. Just a subtle shift of the head and ears. A slight tension in the shoulders. A sharpness in its gaze as it locks onto the yarn dangling just an inch above the floor. The cat could still pass, as if being almost relaxed, calm. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. And yet the air is thick with its eagerness to lunge forward. Oh. Yeah, no. You know, with eyes is better than this. Waiting for the right moment to strike. You feel like you've just witnessed the awakening of the perfect predator. You're almost afraid of what will happen once you make the first move. But it will be you who makes the first move. You take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. And yoink. The cat has lunged the instant you wiggled the yarn. But you're faster. It completely misses as you flick your wrist, making the yarn recoil out of its reach like a terrified snake. Having overshot the landing in its eagerness, the cat stumbles and looks around shocked at its failed attack. You generously click your tongue to help reorient it. The cat whips its head around at the sound. You're slightly taken aback at the intensity of its stare on the yarn. But you persist. You wheel the yarn again, encouragingly. And yes, maybe a little tauntingly. This time, the cat anticipates the yarn upward dodge and leaps up to swipe at it. You're already on one step ahead, puppeting the yarn to dance gracefully up the reach one more. Come on, you can do it. It's a little condensing, but you seem to help it. For some reason, it feels a little good knocking at the feline down a peg or two. At least it seems to be enjoying itself. You'd hope, anyway. You keep going. The cat's movements have gotten more aggressive. It must be getting frustrated. You could swear it nearly took a shot at your eye the last time. It jumped so high and erratically. You've been keeping the yarn in a constant motion, afraid to slow down. Your wrist is starting to get tired. The cat doesn't seem to be losing its energy, though. It's like it's getting faster and faster. Flick. 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 Oh. Ugh. Wrist finally cramped sharply. Then you lose control of the yarn's motion as the tip of it brushes lightly against your stomach. Slow, yeah. Gah. Pain rips low across your torso. Into your torso. Ugh. Blood pours out of your mouth. In a daze, you look down and see a red blooming slowly along the bottom of your shirt and around the tears in the fabric. Plop. You watch as long, thick... Oh, that's not yarn. As long, thick ropes. We all know what that is, just by looking at it. Something pour out from under your shirt into a bloody heap on the floor at your feet. That's our intestines. Single red streak rope still hangs from you, connecting you to that mess. Are those your... You crumble to the ground and topple over on your sides. Your vision has gone blurry. But yeah, those are your intestines, and I think the cat's gonna eat it. You can just make out the shape of something small and a deep, inky black as it walks over and inspects your... Oh god, they're your intestines. Yep. Before it starts to giddily roll around the mass of your body inside next to you. Just don't start eating it, man. As long as it doesn't eat it, I think we're fine. Darkness falls over you. Just don't eat it. The cat sounds happy. Nonsensically wonder where the yarn has gone, but there's no need to worry about it. The cat seems content with the next best thing. At the end of your rope. Okay. I don't like that. Alright, let's try it. Laser pointer. Cats are curious creatures by nature. They're also natural hunters, sort of. Why not pass the time by letting the cat hunt after something it'll never quite understand? That sounds a little mean when you think of it like that. But it's not like the cat will know anyway. Ignorance is bliss, or so they say. So you dig out your old laser pointer from your long gone dreaded days of group presentation in school. You flip it on and see that even after all this time, the batteries still work. You get a little kick out of aiming it at a mirror hanging in the living room so it reflects off the glass, making a little red dot appear on your knee. The cat curiously walks over, stopping every few steps to cast a look of suspicion on you. When it finally reaches you, lightly presses a paw onto your knee. trying to catch the dot of red light as casually as possible. Managed to hold back a chuckle. Not that it really matters. The cat isn't paying attention to you at all, entirely focused on light now resting on top of its paw. You move the light a little higher above your knee. The cat reacts immediately, trying to pin the light down. But in the next second, you've already moved it to the floor. The cat jerkily follows, attempting a more energetic pounce when you shift the red dot. Over here. Over there. And over there. By the couch. On the couch. Looks mad. The cat might be ignoring you, but you're certainly enjoying yourself. It's been a while since you've laughed this much. You're laughing so much, in fact. They accidentally shift the red dot onto a lamp beside the couch. In its haste to get the light, the cat leaps under the lamp, sending them both to the ground. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is not a sight that you want to see. The cat is sitting in the middle of the former lamp's broken shards. Back hunched, its head whipping around back and forth as if in panic. You quickly turn off the laser pointer and rush over. I'm sorry, are you okay? Are you hurt? You reach down and pick up the cat to check if for any injuries when... Oh, jeez. Slash. Ow. Hey. Cat swipes at you, claws extended. It backs up and twitches away, making frantic half-turns in various directions as if looking for something. Or waiting for something to appear. Oh, geez, it really hurt, you know. You hold the hand with the scratch close to your chest. It's bleeding, but it's not too big. You're more annoyed than anything, but... Immediately, your annoyance starts to bleed into concern. You watch in shock as the cat starts to run around, tearing at the carpet, the sofa, your armchair. You want to stop it, but you're afraid of getting in the middle of its rampage. You consider calling a vet for advice on how to calm it down, but for some reason, you feel like that wouldn't be a good idea. What happened to you? Is it an idea comes to you, or rather, a realization? You grasp the laser pointer, aiming it safely away towards the floor in the middle of the living room. Thinking, hoping that the cat would calm down after it found what it was looking for. You turn on the laser pointer. The cat's reaction is immediate. Oh, that's not a cat, okay. You screwed up. In the span of mere seconds, you watch as the cat spies the red dot from its perch on the shredded armchair. It leaps high into the air. Changes in the air. What did it break this time? It slams down upon the dot on the floor with the weight and forces. It shakes the whole apartment. Maybe even the whole building. You wonder dazedly how none of the other attendants have rushed over to complain about the noise as yet. Yet, as you stare at the sight right in front of you, as the cat somehow grown in size. That's not a cat. Eyes bulging and glowing, tail thrashing, teeth enlarged, bared and covered aimlessly in a bubbling froth. I think that is my poor armchair that is inside of its mouth. Its giant claws rip and shred through the carpet, through the floor, tiles, and even below them, revengeously trying to get at the red dot. Your hands are shaking. You don't know what to do. You feel trapped. You have to get away. Get it away from you. You slowly back up towards the door. The light moves with you. Instinctively, you flick the light away. This way and that, the cat stampeding out. So fast. Smashing through the TV, breaking the couch in half. Too fast. Bulldozing through the wall into the hallway. A chance. You turn, intending to bolt out the door and never come back. But in your haste, you forgot something. You forgot several somethings. You forget the laser pointer, gripped like a lifeline in your hand. You forgot the mirror still miraculously hanging over the wall next to the hallway. The laser reflecting off it. Oh no. Putting a small glowing red dot on the back of your... We're dead. We're dead. And as you reach the door, you forget that it's locked. You don't even have a chance to turn around before the cat lunges all the way out the room. All the way across the room at you. You're torn to shreds before you can even blink. Ending 12, targeted. You know, that was the original form of it. Alright, you know, this is a pretty bad idea, but hide and seek, a classic. What about hide and seek? You're not quite sure on how this is gonna work. I can't even understand the concept of a game, let alone one with rules like hide and seek. Here, just, you pick up the cat and turn them away from you before hiding behind the armchair. You're almost certain that the cat must have turned and looked at you while you were hiding. Utter confusion at least, if nothing else. Regardless, a few minutes later, the cat cautiously peeks around the armchair at you, eyes curious. You smile and scoop it up, holding out in front of you. You found me. You win. The cat looks confused, but pleased at your praise. This time you put it on the armchair so it can't see your hiding spot as easy. You dash over to the kitchen, hiding behind the counter. It takes a little longer this time for the cat to find you. This time when it does, it startles you by hopping down onto your lap from the countertop above. Whoa. You found me again. Okay, you win. You're rewarded with little scratches behind the ear and under the chin when it leans into your touch. Okay, why don't you give it a try? You go and stand in the middle of the living room. The cat is just following you. You make a show of your covering eyes and turning around. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. You turn around and see that the cat is gone. Huh? You'd sure catch on quick. There aren't that many places available in your apartment for someone your size to hide. But with the opposable thumbs needed to open and close doors in the hall, the cats will have limits too. Fair game. Okay, now where to look? Living room. You look behind the couch and the armchair. Then onto the coffee table. Nothing. The living room is pretty sparse, sparse when it comes to furniture after all. Kitchen. You peek around the counter, grab a chair, and check on top of the fridge. You've opened cupboards along the floors in case the cat managed to squeeze inside. Nothing. You decide that's for the best. The kitchen is for making food, not playing games. Hallway now. Peek around the corner into the hall. Nothing. You're not sure what you were expecting. With all the doors closed, there's nowhere in the hall for the cat to hide. You couldn't find the cat anywhere. You start to get a little worried whenever you hear a soft sound coming from the hall. You head to the hall and listen again. That sounded like it was coming from your bedroom. But you walk down the hall and your room gingerly opened the door. Gah! The cat trots out and runs around your legs and meowing insistently. It looks disappointed somehow. Perhaps in your apparently subpar seeking skills. But you lift the cat into your arms and look at your bedroom door. How did you get in my room? You know the door was closed, right? The cat wiggles out of your hold and runs out of the hall. You follow it to see it sitting in the middle of the living room. Upon seeing you, the cat promptly turns around. Guess it wants to take its turn seeking. You're about to indulge it by hiding around the counter again when the lights... Did the power go out? Darn it. As you wait for your eyes to adjust to the darkness. Oh my god, you can just see that is not normal. You can see the cat hasn't moved an inch. Was it scared? Hey, are you... What? For some reason, your heart starts beating faster. You consider going over to the cat, but when you do, the thought makes you feel the shivers around my entire body are crazy right now. You feel like your life is in danger. You need to hide. Now. Okay, once we gotta. Where? What is the hide? Where do we hide? Get out of the apartment. I say we do that. Oh. You look at the door and see several more locks over it than you know you have. You peek over at the cat. It's nothing. It's not looking at you, but you feel a wave of disappointment practically pouring from it onto you. It feels almost like a warning. You look back away from the door and feeling slowly subsides, letting you breathe again. There's no getting out of here then. You need to hide. Let's say in the hallway closet. You quietly slip into the hallway closet. The door won't close because the heavy box is now blocking it as you squeeze inside. Trying to move it further, the cat might hear it. That is, if it hasn't heard you already. It won't work, you need to hide somewhere else. Hurry. In the bathroom. You quietly rush to the bathroom and clink, clink, clink. Why is the door locked? Freeze, realizing how much noise you just made, jolting the doorknob and hold your breath, listening. Silence coming from the living room. Here it's heavier than before. More restless, even though it's a miracle to open the door, it would know exactly where you were. No good. Now let's just see what happens when the time runs out. How disappointing. You failed. Try again? Yeah. Alright, let's hide in the bedroom. Quietly rush into the bedroom, carefully closing the door behind you. The only place to hide is in your bedroom is your closet. Hide in the closet. You lock your door quietly, as you can before, or you lock the door as quietly as you can before lunging into the closet and sliding the door shut. As soon as you've secured yourself inside the closet, there's a sudden shift throughout the entire apartment, as if something can sense that you're as ready as you'll ever be, as if it can sense that you're ready to be hunted. A horrible chill runs down your spine as you realize that's what this game has become. This isn't a simple game of hide and seek anymore. This is being hunted by a predator as prey. It never really mattered where you chose to hide, did it? Jeez, I just jumped at that. As if in answer to your question, you hear a loud slam on the bedroom door. You just managed to hold back from making a startled noise at the sound. Your heart rate kicks up again, making it feel hard to breathe quietly, hard to breathe in general. Tears fill your eyes as you cover your panting mouth with your shaking hands. It knows. It knows. Crying with your hands over your mouth, trying to smother the choked sounds leaking out of you. You slide down the wall as at the back of your closet, into a heap on the floor. Oh my god. You flinch harshly at the sound of the door being ripped off its hinges, followed by a large crash against the wall on the other side of the... How is the cat that strong, bro? Like the door had been blown away. The silence that follows is almost too much to bear. You can't sob. A single sob escapes through your nose. You squeeze your eyes shut in defeat at how loud it sounds in the quiet of your room. Not much pointing and hiding it anymore, anyway, is there? You instinctively put whatever energy you have left into listening for footsteps, even as you emotionally shut down. But you hear nothing. 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 Then... yeah, it's in with me, for sure. Something slides open the closet door. You've curled in on yourself, knees up, back curled forward, head down, mouth covered, eyes shut tight, so tight it hurts. You don't want to look. You don't want to look. But that's what it's waiting for. It won't end you without its final act of cruelty, of making you look at it before it takes your life. So cruel. You just want this to be over. So... you open your eyes. You see something glaring at you from the darkness beyond the closet door. It looks disappointed. In the moment before you draw your last breath, you almost consider apologizing for being such unworthy prey. Guess your hiding skills are just as subpar as your seeking skills. Disappointing prey. I want to try doing probably the most dumb thing in the world. Let's just sit on the couch. Are you joking? You get the feeling the cat won't appreciate your lack of effort anyway. Like hell, are you getting any closer to it? Stop messing around and find a place to hide. Hide in the hall. Just in the hall? There's nowhere to hide in the hall. Behind the armchair. That's too close. It would find you immediately. Behind the kitchen counter. You've hidden there before and it found you almost instantly. That won't work. Go to the apartment. We already know what that does. You might as well just do it again. Yeah. You need to hide. In the bedroom. Risk finding another hiding spot. Bathroom. Hallway closet. Yeah, you need to go in the bedroom. Okay, let's just let it kill me. Let's see what happens whenever, I just say no to if I want to try again. How disappointing. You failed. Try again? No. Alright. Now... Was it this? Yeah, this is just where I'm checking. Upload. On second thought. Alright, let's, clean cat. Upon giving it a second look, you realize that the cat isn't exactly clean. Not surprising, since up until you brought it home, it's been sitting in a dirty, old box. In an alley full of scattered garbage. For who knows how long. You've heard that cats keep themselves clean. Maybe this one is just those times when a little human help can hurt. Just struggle breathing. You head into the bathroom and set things up, trying to remember how to wash a cat. You're definitely no expert, but you think that the best way to get a cat clean would be save quickly. Cats don't like water, you think, so a quick wash should be the way to go, right? You decide to do everything at once, filling the tub deep with soapy, bubbly, warm water. A quick dunk here, a short scrubbing there, then rinse and dry. The cat won't even know what hit it before everything's over. You open the door and click your tongue, beckoning the cat inside. Quickly scampers in curious of the new available setting. You close the door so it won't be able to run out and make a mess of the apartment. Steeling yourself, you roll up your sleeves. You lift the cat and carry it over to the tub. Your plan's already compromised as the cat starts to struggle in your hand, or in your hold. You probably should have held it so it couldn't see the water. Ow, ow, hey. It scratches at your arms. You knew it wouldn't be happy about the water. But you didn't think it'd be this errat. Still, as mad as it will be at you for a little while, you know this is for the best. A deep scratch into your bicep startles you, making you drop the cat into the tub. Oh no. Shoot, kitty? The cat doesn't re-emerge, hissing and yowling like you thought it would. You rush over and dunk your arms beneath the soapy surface, searching for the cat. What if it bumped its head or blacked out? It would drown. But you don't find the cat. Instead, what the... You watch as the water starts to darken. At first you think it's just dirt from the cat and feel a little vindicated about your decision. But, oh, the water darkens further and further. Until it looks like you fill your tub with black ink rather than water. Even the soap bubbles are translucent obsidian. Now this is... Something's not right. Yeah, I don't think black water's right. But as soon as you have this thought... Whoa. You just felt something tugging at you from under the water. You try and pull it away, but your arm won't budge. Whatever it is, it pulls you closer towards the water. You try and use your free hand to release the drain plug, but when you dunk your other arm in the water without thinking, it's grabbed too. Both hands restrained, you can't get any leverage to force yourself free. Help! Splash. You're dragged into the murky waters of the tub. You're dragged down. And down. Further still. Much farther than it should have been possible in your bathtub. You can't breathe. You think you can't see either, but as you draw your final breath, you think you can see what has been pulling you down. Something resting deep, deep down below. Something waiting for you. Ending 14 Bath Hater. Alright, let's go carefully. You think careful is the way to go. Cats aren't always fond of water, so you doubt it'll be a fan of an excessive amount of it. So you pick the cat up and place it gently in the sink before turning on the water. The cat, startled but ultimately, doesn't try to run away. Nice. You lather your hands with some soap and carefully give the cat a thorough half scrub, half massage. After a few minutes, you rinse the cat completely and gather it up in a blanket, drying it. Then you take a brush and carefully run it through the cat's fur. The cat seems like it's in heaven as you brush it. Some hairs are sticking to you, but you don't mind. In fact, quite a lot of fur is sticking on you. You try and brush it away, but it won't come off. Because you're up for the next bath yourself. You try to ignore the fur and finish with the cat quickly, but more hair keeps sticking to you. Your hands, your arms. Before you realize, you're covered in fur that won't come off. It's thick enough that you try and just yank it off, but... Ow, what? Pain lances through the spot you tugged at. Upon closer inspection, you see that the hair is growing out of you. You can actually feel it now. Fur growing out of your back, your neck, your face, your eyes, your tongue. It's even growing inside your throat. Gasp, cough, cough. As you collapse and start to choke on the thickening fur in your esophagus, that's horrible. The cat leans up to lap at the fur growing on your forehead, grooming your hair as thoroughly as you did for it earlier. You'd think it'd be sweet if you weren't currently losing air. Still, feels nice at least to be looked after and cared for in some way, even if it's for a little while longer. The cat's careful grooming is the last thing you feel before you're no longer able to breathe. Ending 15, self-care buddies. Um, not this. Actually, yeah, we can do this. On second thought, do something alone. Like what? Just clean the apartment. You decide that even if it's your day off, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be completely unproductive. You know you have a guest and all, but you really shouldn't put off your chores. Best to get them done while you're in the mood to do so. So for now, you get dressed, roll up your sleeves, and get to work on cleaning the apartment. At least, you try to. You sweep the living room. You wipe the kitchen counter. Okay, so you don't make your bed, but who actually does that anyway? No, yeah, that's true. Still, you notice that no matter how much you clean up, you keep finding more messes than when you started. You peek over at the cat. You suspect that it might be the culprit behind this mystery. But every time you rush to check on it or catch it in the act, you always find it napping in the living room. You keep cleaning, but the cat, or something, keeps leaving more and more mess in its wake. Let's do another save, and let's just keep cleaning. You keep cleaning, but there's just more mess. And more. And more. When you finally stop and look around you, what? You don't even recognize your home anymore. There's piles of junk everywhere. Do you even own this much stuff? You don't remember ever buying or receiving most of it. The piles tower over you. You feel claustrophobic. The stench of garbage is overwhelming, despite your hands feeling raw from all the cleaner fluid you've been using. Your eyes still burn from the bleach. You need some air. You need to get out of here. You hear a crash and see a teacup you're certain you don't own smash onto the floor. You look up and see that the cat is perched on a teetering pile of china and kitchen appliances. It carefully nudges another teacup from the pile, sending it careening to the ground. But you don't even flinch as it shatters. Instead, you started to chuckle. Suddenly you're laughing. It's so hilarious. Okay, what is so funny? That tears start running down your face. I knew it was you. You did this, didn't you? You pick up the largest piece of ceramic from the broken teacups. Didn't you? And throw it at the cat. The cat dodges by leaping off the pile. The pile sways. It sways. Oh, it's definitely falling on us. We already know. It's falling. Can it fall in like any other direction? Nope, never mind. It's just gonna fall on us. It's falling towards you. Yeah. You can't move. You're buried. The pile fell on top of you. Broken shards of fine china and sharp utensils are piercing your skin. Your organs. Your bones feel loose and limp, crushed under the heavy appliances. Warm liquid pools under you. With the last of your strength, you listen as the cat pads over to you before laying down and purring sleepily. Yeah, a nap sounds pretty good. Not so clean getaway, ending 1A. How many endings have we gotten? Oh my. There's a lot. We've gotten a good amount so far. The cat loses its mind over a tiny red dot. Hilarious. You can't run, you can't hide either. Oh, there's like... Ugh. Dang. How many are there? Yeah, that's just threatening. You try to clean your prime, but apparently you're not very good at it. Alright, let's just load back into, let's catch the cat in the act. How are you supposed to finish cleaning if this little imp is making a menace of itself? No. You know the cat's the culprit. You consider locking it up in the bathroom, at least until you clean the rest of the apartment. But it just doesn't seem fair when you don't actually have any proof. You need to investigate this further. You need proof. Not just for the sake of your sanity, but more importantly for the sake of cleanliness. You start to clean again and peek behind you, catching mere glimpses of paw here or tail there. But as with earlier, when you rush back to the living room, the cat is still sleeping. Okay, you want to play, cat? Then let's play. This time they decide to lay a trap. When your feline friend won't be able to resist. You tackle the kitchen island and give it the works. It's glistening by the time you're done. It's so clean. You'd dropkick anyone who even thought of eating off it. The perfect trap for your little cleaning saboteur. You whistle innocently as you exit the room and hide behind the corner of the entryway to the hall. From the angle you're at, you have perfect view of the cat and the island counter. There's nobody. You won't catch the culprit in the act now. If it really isn't the cat, maybe you'll give it a treat as an apology for your suspicions. But you deliberate if you should stop by the grocery store to get some fish. The cat starts to... shift? Its back that was rising and falling evenly moments ago is now rippling with some small tremors like an agitated wave on a black sea. It's shuddering. It's bubbling. It's bulging. It's bulging. Pop. What the hell? You gave in disbelief as another cat bursts out of the still sleeping feline you've taken home with you. You're fairly certain that that's not how cats gave birth. But more importantly, You watch as cat number 2 shakes itself off before leaping onto the counter and rolling on top of it and leaving fur and grime in its wake. Probably should have given it a bath earlier. You feel like your mind is lagging behind the reality of the discovery you just made. But you don't seem capable of thinking beyond smaller observations. For example, though the hows and whys of what you're witnessing elude you, the more patient question that strikes you is that if the original cat is still sleeping, and the clone cat is busy making yet another mess, then where are all the other clones? Suddenly, the two cats look directly at you in perfect unison. Their eyes pin you to the spot of their intensity. But you realize with the familiar singing feeling of being watched from behind that they're not the only ones looking at you. You slowly turn around. Oh, packed in the hall behind you from the floor to the ceiling is living, breathing, writhing wall of cats, of clones, all piled on top of each other. The glowy golden eyes of every cat be a undulating wall of pure black fur. Every single eye is trained on you. Out of fear and sheer desperate needs to distance yourself from this blight on reality and order, you take a single step back. And in response, the wall just breaks. The cats all stampeding over you. It'd be kind of cute if their soft paws weren't hiding claws as sharp as knives. You try to protect yourself, but there's just too many of them. Blood leaks steadily from your scratches. You feel dizzy. With that little strength you have, you turn your head and watch as the cats tear through carpet and upholstery, knocks over vases and dishes and lamps. Yeah, your house is cooked. Claw out the walls. It's gonna take forever to clean this up, you think. Maybe you'll tackle it all again later. Right after you take a short nap. With an annoyed sigh, you breathe your last breath, ending to double trouble. Jeez. What the hell? I just pressed load. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was just so tired of everything. Not you, never you. But I couldn't be the person you deserve. You're so amazing, smart and talented. You shined. But in comparison, damn it. So stupid. So worthless. But when it approached me, it didn't tell me that it wanted me. It needed me. Maybe that's what I wanted all along. Wanting could be so fleeting, but to be needed? There was nothing I wouldn't give to have someone tell me that I mattered to them, that they needed me. You're walking. Right, of course. Oh my god, we're back here. What was that? I pressed load. Alright, let's actually load this time. Where were we here? Alright, that's what that is. What's, didn't mean to overwrite that. I think we wanna, alright, well, let's watch a movie. You're not tired enough for a nap, but you're too lazy to get started on any of your chores. So you decide to watch a movie. You get dressed in your favorite pajamas and make some popcorn with an obscene amount of butter, and you head over to your armchair. Only to discover that the cat is already napping in it. You frown and little thought your couch isn't the best place, or your couch isn't at the best angle for your optimal TV viewing pleasure, and you don't feel like pushing it around and having to put it back later. The only options you have left is to sit on the floor, or remove the cat and reclaim your throne. So what I'm thinking is, you see the cat, they're our guest. We want to be nice to our guests, right? So we don't really care. F the cat, we're reclaiming our throne. Okay, you square your shoulder. Sorry, kitty, but that's my spot. You pick up the cat and place it on the floor. I should place it on my lap. It's clearly upset with you. When you try and pet it as an apology, it dodges your hand and scampers away. You shrug and put on a random movie before nestling into your chair. Oh yeah, another reason why I just picked to move it is because think about it. If we're sitting down and like the chairs are viewing like area, why I feel like we'd sit down like in front of the chair, right? I don't trust it being behind me, yeah? Anyway, it's some horror film that you love to heckle from the beginning to the end. Nothing but an endless string of pointless jump scares. Did the writers know the meaning of the word subtle? Oh no. What was that? Was that the bathroom? Cat must have gotten into the medicine cabinet or knocked something over. Calming your thundering heart with a deep breath, you pause the movie and get up to investigate. Whoa. The cat dashes between your legs and from the hall. Feeling the scene only makes you look guiltier, or fleeing the scene. You're even more reluctant to see the damage now. You just want to relax and watch your bad horror movie. You go into the bathroom and turn on the light. Just as you thought, all the stuff in your magnet cabinet is scattered on the tiles. You sigh, at least none of it is broken or damaged. You crouch down to pick up everything. Click. Huh? Did the door just close? Did you bump into it when you crouched down, or? Oh, this is gonna get dark. Well, at least the cat can't come and make more of a mess this way. Oh, okay, yeah, no. The lights? Didn't you just replace the bulbs? They weren't faulty, were they? You never remember to hold on to your receipts for a situation like these. You doubt you'll be able to get your money back. You stand up. You shake out the pain in your knees from crouching and open up your medicine cabinet. Carefully place everything back where they belong, making sure nothing is missing. Oh my... Jeez, you jump back, slamming against the wall, covering your mouth. You look up and see the mirror on the medicine cabinet door to see... I don't want to see it. Nothing. Nothing? What? What the hell? Something was... You know you saw something just now. You know you did. Right? You saw something. Hey, no, stop. You rush out of the bathroom and slam the door behind you without looking. You enter the hall and... Don't tell me, no. No, it's the same reaction. No. Oh my god. Oh no, no, again. No. You shield yourself with your arms and... Nothing. Nothing again. You peek through your fingers and see... Just your usual hallway. You don't feel very good. You need to sit down. You carefully make your way back to the dark living room, trying to not overwhelm your senses any more than you already have. Maybe you should watch something a little more lighthearted. Or just lie down instead. You don't know. It's a little hard to think. You just need to sit down. Stumbling forward, you reach for your chair. But... it's nothing. Nothing at all. It's just the cat sitting back in your chair again, looking up at you curiously. But it's enough. Your heart lurched so harshly out of a mixture of fear and anticipation that it completely gives out. Your eyes roll up into your skull. You feel yourself falling back. You're dead before you even hit the ground. Ending 4. Can you tell me the ending? Real subtle. You know, I never really was a cat person, but definitely not anymore. Right back here. You know what? Fine. You can keep the chair. I'm sitting on the floor. You decide to sit on the floor. The cat's a guest, after all, and you pride yourself on being a good host, if nothing else. Well, at least you would if you ever had any guests over before. You grab a blanket and some pillows and make a comfy nest in front of the chair. Yeah, of course it's in front of the chair. You pop in a random movie from their collection and tell instantly that's one of your favorite horror films. You've seen it a few times already, but it never fails to get your blood pumping. A few minutes in, you're already invested, getting reacquainted with the story and characters. The scares won't come until later, but for some reason you feel like something is watching you from behind. Yeah, the cat. You know, it's probably nothing, but you feel compelled to check anyway. You peek over your shoulder. Ugh. Gah. Only to dump out your skin, jolting a few pieces of popcorn out the bowl into your lap. The cat is awake and looking right at you. Sigh. You take a calming breath, recovering from your heart instant, nearly lurching out of your chest, and immediately feel foolish. It was just a cat, of course. It was so quiet you forgot it was right behind you. Even though it's the whole reason you're sitting on the floor in the first place. You shakily pick up the remote, intending to rewind some of the parts you missed. However, as soon as you press the rewind button, the TV shuts off. You blink, confused. Nothing else is turned off. The kitchen's dim lights was still on. The digital clock was still glowing, and the movie player was still rewinding. The power clearly didn't go out, so why? You feel a chill run down your spine as you catch the cat's reflection in the dark TV screen. It's still looking at you. Cats stare. Silly. It's kind of their thing. Right? And your new addition is in life. You're the new addition, so of course you're going to study you closely to see if you're trustworthy. As you mentally reassure yourself, you turn the TV back on. What? TV's on, but the movie isn't what's playing on screen. It's you. You watch yourself on screen as you feel your brow furrow in tandem. It's like footage of you in real time, like you're being recorded. Feel the familiar sensation of your mind focusing on small details to avoid the bigger picture of your current situation. Avoiding the questions how this is happening, or who or what is doing this, and why. Suddenly your mirrored self smiles and waves at you, all on its own. You don't wave back, too stunned to move. The you on screen doesn't seem to mind though. It then stands up, walks out of frame, and a terrified yell rips out of your mouth before you can think to stifle it. On screen in the chair, it's just the cat. But it's wrong. It becomes a long, swollen mass of black fur. Switching pulse, I don't even know that word, with a slow, almost methodical breath. Its mouth is a yawning entrance, a black abyss, framed by a set of teeth that look very, very sharp. Glowing eyes bulge all over its body. It's still looking at you. It doesn't even acknowledge your on-screen persona as they walk back in the frame and pets it almost lovingly. Then the you inside the TV touches one of the cat's fangs. You flinch at a sudden surge of pain in your palm. You look down and sure enough, your hand is bleeding. You're not particularly afraid of blood, but for some reason the sight of it leaking down sends another chill down your back. A thought, clear and terrible, flashes across your mind. It's not just the mutated cat in the TV that's watching you, is it? Don't look behind you, don't look behind you, don't look behind you, don't look behind you, don't look behind you. don't. Look behind you. You watch helplessly as John Chitel smiles and nods at you almost encouragingly. They stand in front of the cat's gaping jaws. They look into the dark depths. And as you're torn between the horrifying realization of what's about to happen and the gripping wonder of what they see looking back them at the deep, deep darkness, they jump in. Darkness is a sudden presence all around you, pressing in, holding you down. And yet you feel some weightless. You can't tell if you're falling, but it does feel like you're laying down, or it doesn't feel like you're laying down or standing either. You feel warm. You feel cold. You feel everything. You feel nothing. You feel nothing. Ending 3. Silent film. I need to... Let me just quickly look at recording time. Holy, we're at... My recording time right now is 2 hours and 17 minutes. Which is probably going to be the same for you since I don't, I'm not really going to make this any shorter since why would I? Not much to edit out or something. Holy. I do not... It's 1 a.m. You can see down in the corner. Let's hopefully this doesn't do any creepy crap whenever I go in, yeah. So, I say we, do this last one, and then, yeah, let's do this last one, and then I'm gonna end it, since, oh my god, I did not expect it for this video to already be, like, 2 hours. Alright, let's take a nap. You're a little tired from the events of the day. Making life-changing choices, like committing the responsibility of caring for another living creature, really wears you out. You could definitely use a nap. You head to your room and get dressed in your pajamas just before you decide to grab a glass of water from the kitchen. You head back to your bedroom, ready for a much-needed nap. Whoa. Only for the cat to race past you and through the open door and jump in the middle of the bed. It takes its time kneading at the sheets before settling down and closing its eyes. Well, that was fast. You frown thoughtfully. Now that your mind's on it, you find yourself really craving a nap in your own bed. There's no way you're settling for sleeping on the couch. Certainly not the armchair. Which means you should... Alright. Let's move the cat. You tentatively nudge the cat and attempt to make it move on its own. It doesn't budge in the slightest. Keep trying, this is your bed. You push a little more firmly this time. The cat sounds annoyed with you. Again, You will sleep in your own bed. You know, we always end up dying whenever we do this, but again, if we were gonna do anything else, yeah, let's just save you. I don't know. It sounds mad. All right, so yeah, yes. Oh, the cat opens its one yellow eye and slides it up to look at you. Its voice is a little deeper than before. Last chance. You move forward, ready to shove the cat. You're thrown back by some invisible force and crash into the dresser before falling to the ground. Wind knocked out of you, you look up in a daze. You don't quite comprehend what you're seeing. A strong swirling wind has picked you up, throwing items all over the place. As if a miniature hurricane has just taken form in your room. And right there in the center of it all is the cat. Hovering in the air above the bed, its eyes glowing like molten lava. Home. You watch as the vortex rips open the center of your bed. Panic as the swirling winds turn into a vacuum, dragging you towards your bed. Your nails catch and tear as you desperately try and clean the carpet. The floorboards and every piece of furniture within your reach. Bloody fingers slipping clumsily on every surface. But there's nothing you can do. As you touch the vortex, your body starts to disintegrate. Tiny particles of your body separating and floating into nothing. The last thing you see is a cat landing nimbly on the bed and eating at your sheets. Before it curls up and falls back asleep. Do not disturb. That's great. Alright. We're gonna sleep next to the cat. You shrug. What's the harm in sharing the bed, right? You both had a long day, after all. You try to carefully avoid jostling the cat as you lay down, but immediately scoots over and curls up against you anyway. You smile. Sweet dreams. You feel like you've slept for a long time. You feel a warm weight on your back. But you don't see the... Oh, mystery solved then. You feel comfortable. You consider getting up. But as soon as the thought enters your head, your mind fills with static and deep sense of disapproval? Not yet, then. Okay. The cat, jostled by your tense-up movement, kneads painfully at your back before settling down again and falling back asleep. You fall back into slumber, too. It's night. You want to get up. Claws dig in the back like a warning. Tomorrow, then. Right. It's morning. You'll be late for work. But the cat doesn't budge. You don't even try to get up this time. You just close your eyes and drift off again. It's the next day. Since the last several days. Or has it been weeks? Or longer? You're not quite sure. You're hungry. You don't know how long you've been lying down. You feel sore on your back, but also on your stomach, your arms, your face. Everywhere. You can't remember your last meal. The last time you drank anything. You've been sleeping all this time. But you feel exhausted, more tired than you've ever felt in your life. Feels like a giant hand is pressing you into bed. You can't remember the last time you've even considered moving. But somehow, you know that you need to get back to sleep anyway. Everything will be fine if you just go back to sleep. You think you're hallucinating when the cat finally stirs. It stretches languidly before hopping off your back. You hear its feet padding through its still open bedroom door, its steps fading down the hall. You don't open your eyes. You don't move. You're afraid. You don't remember how. You're afraid that the static will return if you try. But you eventually do try. You try and pop yourself up on your arm. It's thinner than you've ever seen it. Thinner than you think should be possible. Crack. The arm snaps under the weight of your body and crumbles to dust on the bedsheet. It doesn't hurt in the slightest. As even if your nerves had dried up and become useless. Well, as useless as you feel in general. Just how long have you been laying in bed? You don't have much time to think about it. Your failed attempt is sitting up sends you trembling over in the side of the bed like a rag doll. But you think you're probably closer to being a ceramic doll, as your body shatters instantly upon impact with the floor. Your head rolls towards the door, letting you watch as the rest of your strewn body parts crack and crumble and turn into broken ruin as your consciousness begins to fade. The cat strolls into view, then poking and prodding at the remains of your little limbs, or brittle limbs. Bad kitty, you try to say. But you think your jaw might have snapped off earlier as well. Most as, sensing your attention, the cat walks over to you. Well, your head at least. And you watch as your final conscious seconds as it lays down, curling its body around you. It feels warm. Well, maybe another nap couldn't hurt. Ending 6, just a cat nap. Isn't that really it? Like, what I mean is, on second thought, take a nap, like, isn't my next? Yeah. Alright, well, that's, yeah. On that note, my recording time is really long, so I'm gonna end this here, and we can, I didn't actually want to close the game, but one sec, let me reopen it real quick. Endings, we still got, I mean, we did a decent amount. Whoa. Yeah, we did a decent amount, but we still got, oh my god. Yeah, we already, yeah, I think just seeing all this, I think we did get literally everything done. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna end it here. It's like 1 in the morning right now. So, I don't know when this will release, but hopefully sometime soon. In general though, good game. We got a good amount of ending to still do. And even though my recording time is 2.5 hours, we only got a we got a good chunk. We got all the inside, so now it's just outside, or like, you know, not taking the cat home, which is a whole lot of endings. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here. Peace out.